Hi children, welcome to online classes. Today I am going to take vector algebra and 3D geometry in mathematics. So there are two videos. The first video is complete synopsis and formulae. The second video problem solving in the same topic. Let us discuss the synopsis of this complete chapter. First, vector. A physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called a vector. A physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called a vector. What is scalar? A physical quantity which has only magnitude but no direction is called a scalar. Scalar is a real number. But here vector is not a real number which has magnitude and direction. So now if a bar equal to x, y, z. So here x is I component, y is j component, z is k component. Then the length of the vector a bar is noted by modulus a, and the value of the magnitude is root over x square plus y square plus z square. So I hope understand this one. Next, if magnitude of vector is 1, then you call as that vector is unit vector. If magnitude of vector is 1, then a is called a unit vector. Next, unit vector along a bar is noted by a cap. The value of a cap is plus or minus a bar by modulus a bar. If you take modulus for the this one, you will get 1. So therefore, unit vector along a bar is noted by a cap and defined as a cap equal to plus or minus a bar by magnitude of vector. That gives the unit vector along the given vector. The plus sign gives same direction, minus sign gives opposite direction. So that means a vector has a direction. That's why you get plus or minus here. Next, a vector in the direction of a bar having magnitude k is taken as k into a cap. A vector in the direction of a bar having magnitude k is taken as k into a cap. That is just formula remember here. Next, if OA bar equal to a bar, what is the meaning of OA bar? Position vector of a point A. And OB bar equal to B bar, then the AB bar is can be taken as OB bar minus OA bar, that is B bar minus A bar. So AB bar is position vector of B minus position vector of A, that is B minus A. Next, unit vector along AB bar. Unit vector along AB bar. The unit vector along AB bar is plus or minus AB bar by modulus of AB bar. So unit vector along AB bar is plus or minus AB bar by magnitude of a vector. Clear this one? Next, section formulae. So this is same as geometry. The position vector of a point which divide the line joining points A and B with position vectors A bar B bar. The ratio m is to n internally is mb bar plus na bar by m plus n. This is op bar. So if it is divides externally, then op bar equal to mb bar minus na bar by m minus n. How this follows? The first internal A and B are 2 points. There is a point P which divides in the ratio m is to n internally. The formula is mb bar plus na bar by m plus n. The point is outside the line segment. A and B, in these 2 points, there is a point P which divides in the ratio m is to n externally. In that case, this is a formula for this. I hope clear this one. This is a simple formula. Everyone know this formula. Next, collinear vectors. The vectors lying on a parallel lines are known as collinear vectors. The vectors lying on a same line or parallel lines are known as a collinear vectors. Now, how to check the collinearity of two vectors? Two vectors A and B will be collinear if B bar equal to K into A bar or A bar equal to K into B bar. K is any scalar. K is scalar. It is any real constant. Or you can take A bar equal to K into B bar also, you can take it here. That means the ratio of two vectors is scalar, means constant. The vectors are parallel collinear vectors only. Clear this one? So next, how to check the collinearity of two vectors on solving objective questions? On looking the question of two vectors also, you can easily see that they are collinear or not. So if A bar equal to A1i plus B1j plus C1k, B bar equal to A2i plus B2j plus C2k are collinear if A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. That means the ratio of the ijk components are equal. The vectors are collinear or parallel vectors. So the ratio of the ijk coefficients are proportional to each other. Then the vectors are called collinear vectors. So clear this one? Next, coplanar vectors. Three or more vectors are said to be coplanar if they lie in a same plane or parallel to the same plane. Three or more vectors lie in a same plane or parallel to the plane are called coplanar vectors only. How to show that three vectors are coplanar, we have one property box ABC equal 0. Box ABC means what? Determinant. If det equal 0, the vectors are coplanar. A bar gives the first row, B bar gives the second row, C bar gives the third row. If determinant is 0, determinant nothing but box ABC. The vectors are coplanar. Otherwise, they are called non-coplanar. Clear? Next, 4 points A, B, C, D coplanar if AB bar box AC, AD equal to 0. So in this case, the plane is like this. The points are A, B, C, D. So you can take initial point same. So the 4 points coplanar means you have to make it 3 vectors with 4 points A, B, AC and AD. So show that box A, B, AC, AD equal 0. The points are coplanar. The vectors also coplanar. Clear this one? Next, dot or scalar product of two vectors. Dot or scalar product of two vectors. Dot product or scalar product of two vectors. The scalar product or dot product of two vectors A bar and B bar is A dot B equal to modulus A into modulus B into cos theta. Where theta is the angle between two vectors. Theta is the angle between two vectors. So then A dot B is modulus A modulus B cos theta. Next, the projection of a vector on another vector A dot B by modulus B bar. So that means how the projection will come means there is a vector A bar, there is a vector B bar. Projection of A bar on B bar. So that is nothing but A dot B by modulus B bar only. This is a formula. And what is dot product? A dot B is modulus A modulus B cos theta. Theta is the angle between two vectors. So next, so there are some properties on dot product. So the first property A dot B equal to B dot A. That means dot product satisfies commutative property. Next, A dot A is modulus A whole square. How this comes means angle between A bar and A bar is 0 degrees. So therefore, A dot A is modulus A cos 0. So A dot A equal to cos 0 is 1. That is modulus A whole square. So that's the value of A dot A is modulus A whole square. Next, what is the value of cos theta from the formula? Cos theta equal to A dot B by modulus A into modulus B. If theta equal to 90, what cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. Then cross multiply will get A dot B equal to 0 only. That means if theta equal to 90, dot product 0 means theta equal to 90 means the vectors are perpendicular vectors. Two vectors are perpendicular, then dot product is 0. Two vectors are perpendicular and dot product is 0. Next, what is I dot I? I dot I is modulus I whole square. Like A dot A what? Modulus A whole square. So here I dot I is modulus I whole square. So modulus I means I is unit vector. Unit vector magnitude what? 1. Therefore I dot I, J dot J and K dot K is 1. Next, what about I dot J and J dot I and J dot K? So I, J, K are mutually perpendicular unit vectors. That means I is perpendicular to J. Therefore dot product between I and J is 0 only. So that means same vector dot product is magnitude of whole square. Because I dot I is 1, but I dot J is 0. Same like that J dot K and K dot I also 0 only. Next, A dot B plus C is A dot B plus A dot C. That means dot product with respect to addition. A dot B plus C is A dot B plus A dot C only. Just at a property. Next, how to find a dot product between two vectors? If A bar is A1, A2, A3, that is A1I plus A2J plus A3K. B bar is B1I plus B2J plus B3K. Then A dot B is taken as sum and product of the corresponding components. Means I component, J component, K component. That is A dot B is A1, B1 plus A2, B2 plus A3, B3. Clear this one? How to find A dot B? So A1, A2, A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3. Sum and product of the corresponding components of IJK that gives the dot product between two vectors. Next, how to find the A plus B whole square? That is A bar plus B bar whole square. Generally, A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. When it comes to vectors, modulus A square, modulus B square, 2 into A dot B. 2 into A dot B. Same thing, A minus B whole square is modulus A square, modulus B square minus 2 A dot B. Next, extra, some more you can remember. If you add this to A bar plus B bar whole square plus A bar minus B bar whole square is 2 times modulus A square modulus B square. So sometimes this one you are using a short, time saving result. If you subtract A bar plus B bar whole square minus A bar minus B bar whole square is, if you subtract you will get A dot B. If you add both, 2 A dot B cancel, 2 times A square plus B square. So if you subtract what a square b square cancel, you get 4a dot b. So sometimes you can use these formulas directly on solving problems. Clear this one? Next, modulus of a plus b is less than or equal to modulus a plus modulus b, and modulus a plus b is equal to modulus a plus modulus b hold only if a bar b bar are like vectors. So that is a this only property inequality. So modulus of a plus b less than or equal to modulus a plus modulus b. Equality holds on when they are like vectors or collinear vectors only. Next, a bar perpendicular to b bar implies magnitude of a plus b equal to magnitude of a minus b. How this comes means, if you take square on both sides, so modulus a square modulus b square plus 2a dot b. Right side modulus a square minus 2a dot b. What is cancel both sides? A square cancel, b square cancel. Take this side, 4a dot b equal to 0. So that means a dot b equal to 0. Then what you say? A is perpendicular to b. So that means if a modulus of a plus b equal to modulus of a minus b, then the vector is always perpendicular. This one property. So next, a plus b dot a minus b is modulus a square minus modulus b square. It's like a plus b into a minus b formula. So here one more formula you can remember, that is a bar plus b bar plus c bar whole square. That is missing here, modulus a square modulus b square modulus c square 2 into a dot b plus b dot c plus c dot a. Just remember this formula, extra formula, that is. So clear this one? This is previous one. So next, vector product, or called as cross product between two vectors. The vector or cross product is defined as a cross b equal to modulus a modulus b sin theta into n cap. So the vector product means resulting value is vector. So that means modulus a modulus b sin theta scalar into n cap. N cap is vector. That means a cross b equal to modulus a modulus b sin theta into n cap, where n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors a and b. How this means? The plane of a and b. This is vector a and this is vector b. So there is a vector which is perpendicular to both at unit vector. So n is a unit vector perpendicular to both a and b, and theta is the angle between the two vectors. So now what is a cross b? Modulus a modulus b sin theta into n cap. So what is a dot b? Modulus a modulus b cos theta. There is no extra term here, extra term n cap only. If you apply modulus for a cross b, modulus a cross b equal to modulus a modulus b sin theta into modulus n cap. So n cap is unit vector. That magnitude is what? 1. So therefore modulus of a cross b is equal to modulus a modulus b sin theta, since mod n cap is 1. So now magnitude of a cross b is modulus a into modulus b into sin theta. Clear this one? That is. So now a dot b is modulus a modulus b cos theta. Modulus of a cross b is modulus a into modulus b into sin theta. So clear this one? Next. If OA bar equal to A bar and OB bar equal to B bar, then A cross B is area of the parallelogram with OA and OB as coterminous edges. So for parallelogram, they are given, edges are given. How to find area of the parallelogram, which is modulus of A cross B is area of the parallelogram. And area of triangle OAB with two sides are given. Area of triangle OAB. So area of triangle OAB is half into A cross B. Area of triangle OAB is half into modulus A cross B. That is the formula for area of triangle. So that means when the adjacent sides are given, when three words are given, complete for area of triangle ABC, you can take it as half into modulus AB bar cross AC bar. Half into modulus AB bar cross AC bar. That means when the three words are given, find AB vector and find AC vector. So AB vector you can take small a bar, and AC vector you can take B bar. That is area thing half into A bar cross B bar. A bar is AB bar cross AC bar. Clear this one? Next, area of the parallelogram with diagonal vectors D1, D2 bar. The diagonals are given, before sides are given, the area is A cross B. When the diagonals are given, area of the parallelogram is half into modulus D1 cross D2 bar. These sides given, area of triangle, area of parallelogram modulus of A cross B. When the diagonals are given, half into modulus D1 cross D2 bar. That you have to remember. Next, properties on cross product. A cross B equal to minus of B cross A. Generally A dot B equal to what? B dot A. But here A cross B not equal to what? B cross A. But A cross B equal to minus of B cross A. The general A cross B is not equal to B cross A. But here A cross B is what? Minus B cross A. Next A cross A equal to 0 bar. So that means O bar we can call as. How means angle between A bar is 0. That means what happened here? Modulus A sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. Therefore A cross A is 0. Then next, if A cross B is 0, the vectors are parallel vectors. Before case A dot B 0, vectors are perpendicular. Here cross product 0 means the vectors are parallel vectors. Parallel vectors. And what is sine angle between two vectors? Sine theta is equal to modulus of A cross B by modulus A into modulus B. What is cos angle? A dot B by modulus A into modulus B. For sine theta, modulus of A cross B by modulus A into modulus B. Clear? Next, unit vector perpendicular to given two vectors. So generally A cross B is a vector perpendicular to both A and B. A cross B is a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. What is unit vector? Vector by that magnitude. That means A cross B is a vector perpendicular to both A and B. And therefore plus or minus A cross B by modulus of A cross, that is called unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. So that you can take it as n cap. N cap equal plus or minus A cross B by so magnitude of A cross B. Clear that one? Next. And plus or minus m into A cross B by modulus of A cross B. That means unit vector perpendicular to A and B and having magnitude m is m into unit vector along A cross B. So plus or minus m into A cross B by magnitude of A cross B only. So these are two formulas. What is vector perpendicular to both vectors? A cross B by magnitude of A cross B. There is some magnitude is given m. So into that m you can take it here. Next, what is called I cross I? What is A cross A? 0. That I cross I also 0. O bar. This is a vector here. J bar cross J bar is also 0 bar. K bar cross K bar also 0 bar. But what about I cross J? I cross J is K. I cross J is K. How this means? This is I, this is J, and this is K. So K is a vector which is perpendicular to both I and J. That means, according to definition, I cross J is modulus I modulus J sine 90 because they are mutually perpendicular into K bar. K bar is a vector perpendicular to both this one. That means modulus I is 1, modulus J is 1, sine 91. Therefore, I cross J equal to K. Same like that, J cross K equal to I and K cross I equal to J. If you intersect two vectors, you will get minus B cross A will come here. So like that, minus J cross I is same as I cross J, that equal to K bar only. Next, cross product with respect to addition. A cross of B plus C is A cross B plus A cross C. Then how to find the cross product between two vectors? The cross product between two vectors is determinant of ijk. First row is ijk, second row is A bar components, and third row is B bar component, and simplify to get the A cross B value. This everyone knows. The school we did so many problems in cross product. When finding cross product, use a determinant. First row ijk, second row A bar components, third row B bar components, and expand it to get the what value of the A cross B. Next, scalar triple product. So this is only for objective. A bar, B bar, C bar, three vectors. A dot B cross C, comma A cross B dot C, and A cross C dot B are called scalar triple products of A bar, B bar, C bar. So how do they denoted by box ABC? You can read as box A bar, B bar, C bar. So that means the value of box A bar, B bar, C bar is the determinant, is equivalent to determinant. So that means here A1, B1, C1, A bar components, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. So that is called the box ABC value. That means if you find A dot B cross C, if you find a determinant, that gives the same answer. So A dot B cross C and A cross B dot C both are equal, only equal to box ABC only. So next, A dot B cross A equal to 0. That means this is nothing but box A, B, A equal to 0. So that means box is nothing but determinant. If two rows are identical, two columns are identical, the value of determinant is 0. Same here, if two vectors are identical, the value of box is 0 only. Then now what you can remember, box ABC is A dot B cross C or A cross B dot C. That is called box ABC. How to find box ABC? Just find a determinant of a what vectors, components. So A bar is, first row is A bar component, second row B bar component, third row C bar components. If two vectors are identical, the value of box is 0. Next, these are time saving results. If G is centered of triangle ABC, then GA bar plus GB bar plus GC bar equal O bar. And what is called centroid of a triangle? That is OA bar plus OB bar plus OC bar by 3. This is a formula for centroid of a triangle. So that is, you can write as A bar plus B bar plus C bar by 3. That is called OG bar. If ABC are vertices of a triangle, AD, BE, CF are medians, then AB bar plus BC bar plus CA bar equal to 0 bar, and AD plus BE plus CF also 0. These are standard identity properties only. Next, if A bar plus B bar equal to A bar minus B bar, then the vectors are perpendicular. This already I discussed previously. Next, a set of direction coordinates of a vector which are equally inclined to the coordinate axis 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. So DRs are 1, 1, 1, DCs are 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. So direction cosines of a vector. So generally vector is A bar equal to xi plus yj plus zk. So x comma y comma z are ij component that you can call as DRs. What do you call DRs? X by modulus A, y by modulus A, z by modulus A, that gives DCs of a vector. DCs of a vector and DRs of a vector. That means vector components are DRs, unit vector components are DCs only. So now, what they here condition, a set of diagonals of vector which are equal inclined coordinate axes. Equal inclined coordinate means all x, y, z are same. That means what? X by root over x square plus x square plus x square. That means root 3 into x square, root 3 x square. X cancel, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. The DCs of vector which are equal inclined to coordinate axis means which makes equal angles with x axis and y axis. So the diagonals are 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. Clear that one? If alpha, beta, gamma are angle made by a vector with coordinate axis, then cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. Or this is cos alpha, this is cos beta, and this is cos gamma. Now if you take cos square plus cos square plus cos square, x square by modulus a square, y square by modulus a square, z square by modulus a square. What is magnitude of a? Root over x square plus y square plus z square. If you simplify it to get right side is 1. So that is the formula for standard formula. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is 1. If you convert this into sine square, we'll get another identity. Sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma is 2. So convert cos square to sine square, we'll get the first property. The standard property, cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. Clear? Next one. This is another important properties. So box of A plus B, B plus C, C plus A is 2 times box ABC. This one and this one, or just you can remember A plus B, B plus C, C plus 2 times box ABC. A minus B, B minus C, C minus A box is what? 0 only. Same like I minus J, J minus K minus A also 0. So here one more condition here, A bar, B bar, C bar are non-coplanar. If they are coplanar, the box value, any case without solving problems, we can take answer is 0 if they are coplanar. If they are non-coplanar only, you'll get box of A plus B, B plus C, C plus A 2 times box ABC. Now box of IJK. Box of IJK. That is I dot J cross K. So J cross K is I. So I dot I is modulus I whole square. That is 1. So that means box IJK 1, box JK also 1, box KIJ also 1. Therefore 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1, 1, 1. That gives 3 answers. That is only. So these two are standard results, but you have to remember these are most useful results. Next, box of A cross B, B cross C, C cross A is box ABC whole square. Here also ABC are non-coplanar. ABC are non-coplanar. Sometimes they will ask if ABs are coplanar, what is the value of box A cross B, B cross C, C cross A? Obviously that is 0 because the vectors are coplanar, box value is 0 only. But this is for non-coplanar case only, this is possible. ABs are 3 mutually perpendicular unit vectors, then magnitude of A plus B plus C is root 3. And one more point you can remember, A is perpendicular to B, B is perpendicular to C. Then box A bar, B bar, C bar equal to plus or minus modulus A into modulus B into modulus C. This box, this is modulus of A plus B plus C. So how this comes means you can take squaring on both sides. A bar is perpendicular to B bar means A dot B 0. b dot c 0 and c dot c 0. If you take a plus b plus c whole square, modulus a square, modulus b square, modulus c square plus 2a dot b dot c, c dot a. So modulus a is 1 because it's a unit vector. Modulus b also 1, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. Plus 2 a dot b because they are mutual perpendicular, a dot b 0, b dot c 0 and c dot c 0. Therefore a bar plus b bar plus c bar whole square equal to 3. Therefore magnitude of a bar plus b bar plus c bar is root 3 only. So clear this one? Next, if the vectors are perpendicular, what is the box ABC value? That is plus or minus modulus A, modulus B, modulus A. This is important when solving problems. So you can use directly box ABC as modulus A, modulus B, modulus C is the product if they are perpendicular vectors only. In that case, important here. So that is all vectors. Next, 3D geometry. In 3D geometry, this is three-dimensional space. That means there are x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. In different octants, what about the signs of point coordinates in the space? The position vector of a point in the space x comma y comma z, xi plus yj plus zk means this is equal to x y z. So what are the signs of the point in the space in different octants? Because here the three mutually perpendicular makes 8 octants. In 8 octant, the first octant is oxyz, means positive x-axis, positive y-axis, positive z-axis. So how this means x, y and z. That means you can take ox, oy, oz. This is one octant we can take. So like that, x positive, y positive, z positive, the point coordinates are positive. X dash means negative x-axis, remaining two are positive, negative, positive, positive. Like that, you can define the all point coordinates in different octants. Total 8 octants. The combination oxyz, ox dash, oy dash, oz dash, ox dash, y dash, z dash, and z dash, x dash. Like that, we will get the terms here. So x dash, y dash, z dash gives all are negative. Okay, so those points you can remember. This simple logic only. Next, distance between 2 points. So like 2-dimensional geometry, root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus 1 whole square. But 3-dimensional geometry will get one more extra coordinate, z coordinate, that is root over x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. That is the distance formula. Next, section formula same like what you did for vectors mb bar plus na bar by m plus n for internal division, mb bar minus na bar by m minus n for external division. So here 3-dimensional geometry mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus 1, nz2 plus mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n. For the coordinates of point which divide the line join the ratio m is to n internally. For externally what comes? Both minus will come here. This is vector form already we discussed. This is called Cartesian form. Clear? So next, for external division, mx2 minus mx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus 1, mz2 minus nz1 by m minus 1. That is for external division. So next vector form is mb bar minus na bar by m minus n. This already we discussed in the previous. So midpoint formula. If the ratio is equal, m equal to n, the midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2 and z1 plus z2 by 2. So midpoint of the line joining points, that is. So next, direction cosines, direction ratios of a line. If a directed line passing through origin makes an angles alpha, beta, gamma with x-axis and y-axis and z-axis, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines of the line segment AB. So clear that one? If a line makes an angles alpha, beta, gamma, alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis and gamma with z-axis, the value of cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are direction cosines of a line segment. Clear that one? Next, what are direction ratios? Three numbers which are proportional to direction cosines of a line are called direction ratios. So here direction cosines you can denoted by L, M, N. Direction ratios you can denoted by small a, small b, small c. And what is the relation between them? L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C. The three numbers which are proportional to DCs are called DRs. So DCs are the angle made by the line with x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, alpha, beta, gamma, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, direction cosines. Clear? Next, if L, M, N are direction cosines and A, B, C are direction ratios, and relation between direction cosine and direction ratios, When the direction ratios are given, you can find direction cosines. So using this formula, a bar by root over a square plus b square plus c square, b by root over a square plus b square plus c square, and c by root over a square plus b square plus c square. When DRs are given, you can get DCs. Here one thing you can remember, all plus you can take or all minus you can take here. That means if you take a line, one direction plus other direction is minus. That means if you take a line has two DCs, all plus or all minus you can take. Clear? One direction, opposite direction you can take it here. So this is the formula for, and here also you can remember, if you square and add L square plus m square plus n square equal 1, that is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. So L square means a square by root cancel, b square by root cancel, c square by root cancel. Adding them, a square plus b square plus c square by a square plus b square plus c square, that gives 1. L square plus m square plus n square is 1. That is L is cos alpha. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. So points to be remembered. The cone of any point on x-axis. Here x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Point A. The distance from origin to this point is A. The coordinates of A are A 0 0. Here the same point B on y-axis. The length is B units 0 B 0. The point C, the length is units 0 0 C. The coordinates are that point in different position. On x-axis, the point coordinates A 0 0. On y-axis, the point coordinates, this correction, 0 B 0. Point on z-axis, z not axis, z not plane, z-axis will be 0 0 C. Clear that one? This is point on x-axis means y0 z0. Point on y-axis means x z0. Point on z-axis means x0 y0. We'll get only z component. Next, image of a point ABC in the yz plane minus ABC on xz plane A minus BC on xy plane AB minus C. On yz plane means A has x coordinate negative will come here. Xz plane means y coordinate negative comes here. Xy plane means C has negative symbol comes here. That is image of a point in different planes only. Next, centered of a triangle with vertices. A x1 y1 z1 b x2 y2 z2 c x3 y3 are vertices of a triangle. Then centroid G equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3, z1 plus z2 plus z3 by 3. So these are the center coordinates of a triangle with vertices are given. Next, centered of tetrahedron. Tetrahedron means how many vertices? 4 vertices. Then what is called centroid of a tetrahedron? Centroid tetrahedron is 4 points A, B, C, D. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 by 4, y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 by 4, z1 plus z2 plus z3 plus z4 by 4. Triangle means we'll get x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. For tetrahedron, 4 vertices. That's why we'll get x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 by 4. Same y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 by 4. And z1 plus z2 plus z3 plus z4 by 4. Next is plane, not locus. The plane ax plus by plus cz plus d divide the line joining points in the ratio. So this is m by n. And what ratio plane divides the line joining points? So that means there is a line joining. What ratio plane divides? The ratio will come here. This formula minus ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d by ax2 plus by2 plus cz2 plus d. That is the next formula I can remember. So wherever on solving problem, I will explain once again this one. So equation of line. So in the second year, we have vector equation of line and Cartesian equation, vector equation of plane and Cartesian form. So vector equation of line, two forms. The vector equation of line passing through a point a bar and parallel to vector b bar is r bar equal to a bar plus lambda b bar. Passing through point A with position vector a bar, parallel vector b bar is r bar equal to a bar plus lambda b bar. So vector passing through, so lines are line passing through a point and parallel vector b bar. The vector equation is r bar equal to a bar plus lambda b bar. And Cartesian form is x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. Here a bar is x1, y1, z1. That's a point from the numerator comes here. So b bar is ai, bj plus ck. Here abc are drs. abc are drs of a line. A bar, a comma, b comma, c are drs of a line. They are vector components. Vector component always drs only. Clear that one? Next, 2-point form. So vector equation of line passing through 2 points with position vectors a bar and b bar is r bar equal to a bar plus lambda times b bar minus a bar. This formula is enough to remember. So then Cartesian form is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1, y minus y1 by y2 minus 1, z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. These are drs of a line. How to find drs of a line? Joining points x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1 are drs of a line. So numerator is x minus x1 by drs. x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So clear this one? Next. So angle between two lines. Two lines drs are given. First line drs a1, b1, c1. Second line drs a2, b2, c2. Then angle between the two lines when the direction ratios are given as cos theta equal to modulus of a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2 by root over a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root over a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square, which is same as a dot b by modulus A into modulus B. So how do you get A dot B? A1, A2 plus B1, A2 plus C1, C2. Magnitude of A is root over A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square, A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. That A1, B1, C are first vector component, that is DRs. Second vector components A2, B2, C2. So clear that one. If theta equal 90, cos 90 0. Therefore condition what? A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal 0. Like dot product is 0. And parallel vectors mean the ratio of the coefficients are proportional only. Ratio of the drs are proportional, they are parallel vectors. And a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2, 0, the two lines are perpendicular lines. This is parallel lines. Next, distance between two skew lines. This is the most important formula in PU. They are given two lines which are skew lines. What is skew lines? They lie in a different planes. The least distance between is shorter distance. Under there is a line which is perpendicular to both the lines. The length of this part is called SD between skew lines. The distance you can call as SD. So B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 by modulus of B1 cross B2. So that means when the two lines are given, collect A1, B1 from the first line, A2, B2 from the second line. Find B1 cross B2 and A2 minus A1 and substitute the formula to get the answer. So this is not required only. It's a very big formula, not required. You just know the formula, you remember it, that's all. Next, distance between parallel lines. R bar equal A1 plus lambda b, R bar equal A2 plus mu b. Observe here, these two are identical. If these two are identical, it means they are parallel. Identical means if they are proportional also, it can take it as parallel lines. The distance between parallel lines, distance, that is shortest distance between the lines is given d equal to b cross a2 minus a1 by modulus b. Before b1 cross b2 dot a2 minus a1. Here b cross, because b is common for both. A2 minus A1 by magnitude of B only. Next, equation of plane in different forms. The equation of plane, unit normal vector n bar, and this is not there, and its distance from origin is d, is r dot n cap equal d. The equation of plane whose unit normal vector is n bar and its distance from origin is d, is r dot n equal to d. There is a plane, I will give just diagram for you. The plane, the distance from origin to plane is d units and unit normal vector is n cap. In this case, vector equation of plane is r dot n cap equal to d. So d is the distance from origin to plane, n cap is unit vector. So the components of unit vector lmn. That means if l comma m comma n are dc's of n cap, so that is component. And op bar equal to r bar xi plus yj plus zk, will get a Cartesian form. R dot n cap is what xl plus ym plus zn equal to d. So here r bar is xi plus yj plus zk and n cap is li plus mj plus nk. If you take dot product lx plus my plus nz equal to right side what d. This is called Cartesian form of a equation of plane. If it is in the normal form, the xyz components are dc's. D is the distance from origin to the plane only. So clear that one? Unit vector. So equation of plane normal form is r dot n cap equal to d. Next, equation of plane passing through a point a bar and perpendicular to given vector n bar is r bar minus a bar dot n equal to 0. Before normal form, here this is the plane passing through a point a bar and having normal vector n bar is r minus a dot n equal to 0. r minus a dot n equal 0. Before normal form, this is just normal vector is given, vector passing through point r minus a dot n equal 0. So that means its Cartesian form is a into x minus x1, b into y minus y1, c into z minus z1. Here a, b, c are dr's of normal. Dr's of normal to plane. Clear that one? A into x minus x1, b into y minus y1, plus c into z minus z1. x1, y1, z1 point on the plane only. Next. So vector equation of plane passing through three non-collinear points. So A, x1, y1, z1, b, x2, y2, z2, c, x3, y3, z3 with position vectors a bar, b bar, c bar. The vector form is r minus a dot b cross b minus a cross c minus a. Or you can write this one as box r minus a, b minus a, and c minus a. R minus a means x minus x1, y minus y1, z. That's the first row. B minus a means x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. C minus a is x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1. Each position gives one row. R minus a gives first row. B minus a gives second row. C minus a gives third row. The equation is equal to 0. So this is Cartesian form. It's a vector form passing through three non-collinear points. Next, equation of plane intercept form. The plane meets the cone axis at ABC. A, B, C. The equation of plane intercept form. Here A is x-intercept. That is coordinates of a 0, 0, 0, B, 0, 0, 0, C. Here A, this is B and this is C. So A is x-intercept, B is y-intercept, C is z-intercept. The equation of plane is x by A plus y by B plus z by C equal to 1. So in the two-dimensional geometry, you have equation of line intercept form x by A plus y by B equal 1. In three-dimensional geometry, x by A plus y by B plus z by C equal 1. Here extra z-intercept will come, that is C. Next, equation of plane passing through intersection of two planes. They are given two planes, intersection of two planes is also plane, that you can take it as a1x plus b1y plus c1z minus d1 plus lambda times a2x plus b2y plus c2z minus d2 equal 0. For finding some lambda, they give some data. With the help of data, calculate lambda value and substitute here to get the plane equation in standard form like ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0 only. Just remember the condition. So the condition that the two lines will be coplanar. If the two lines are coplanar means they should be the same plane. It's a condition for two lines in same plane. How this formula comes means we have SD formula modulus of A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 whole divided by modulus of B1 cross B2. This is for between two skew lines. They are in different planes. If they are in the same plane, they should be intersect. That means the SD becomes 0. If SD is 0, this entire value equal what? 0. The condition for that two lines should be intersect or coplanar is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 equal to 0. Clear this one? The condition for two lines to be coplanar means they should be the same plane. The same plane means they must be intersect. The condition for intersecting of two lines is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 equal to 0. Next, angle between two planes r1 dot n1 equal d2, r2 dot n2 equal d2, or ax1 plus b1x plus c1z plus d1 equal 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2z minus d equal 0 is cos theta equal to n1 dot n2 by modulus n1 modulus n2. If you take dot product a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by root over a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root over a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Same like what you did for lines also. So here theta equal to 90, the condition is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equal 0. If theta equal to 0 degrees, so they are parallel, then what you can say a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Same conditions what you got in for lines, same thing for planes also. Here angle between two planes is nothing but angle between their normals. That is n1, n2. Clear? So that is here a1, b1, c1 are normal drs. a2, b2, c2 are normal drs of second plane. Next, the distance of point from the plane. Modulus of a1x, ax1 plus b1 plus cz1 minus d by root over a square plus b square plus c. The most important formula. Distance of a point from the plane is this one. Next, angle between line and plane. There is a line and plane angle between them. Plane, line, angle we want here. So that angle, how to define? The angle between two lines r bar, between lines r bar equal a bar plus lambda, and the plane is r bar dot n equal d is, this is not cos, sin theta, the small correction. This is cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta sin theta. So that means the sin theta follows b dot n by modulus b into modulus n. This angle between line and plane sin theta. Between two lines cos theta. Between two planes cos theta. But line and plane sin theta equal b dot n by modulus b into modulus n. What is b? B is a parallel vector. Here n is a normal vector to the plane. So that means you can, when you are taking for angle between b bar from the plane, from the line, and n bar from the plane, you can take the formula. Next is already discussed length of perpendicular from point to plane. Already discussed just now. Modulus of ax1 plus b1 plus cz1 plus d by root over a square plus b square plus c square. Next, distance between two parallel planes. Two planes are parallel means they differ by only constant terms. Remaining coefficients are always same. The formula d1 minus d2 by root over a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Distance between parallel plane, this length is this formula. Modulus of constant term difference by root over a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Now the image of a point in the plane ax plus by plus cz plus d equals 0. Image means there is a point P, that image mirror image is M, HKN. The formula that gives h minus x1 by a equal k minus y1 by b equal to n minus z1 by c equal to minus 2 into, here 2 is missing, minus 2 into ax1 plus b1 plus cz1 plus d by root a square, here no root, a square plus b square plus c square. Equate this one, equate this one, equate this one, we'll get the values of image of a point on the plane. We'll get it here only. The plane is ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. This formula for image. And one more formula for foot of perpendicular with minus 1 into ax1 plus b1 plus cz1 plus d by a square plus b square. That is for foot of the perpendicular with minus 1. The image means minus 2 into same thing. Clear? Next, the equation of plane bisecting angle between two planes is given as this formula. So that means angle bisectors. The line which bisect the angle, there two will come here. These are the bisectors. So the bisectors equation of plane is a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 by root over a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Other one is same thing only. So here, generally this part is not there for PU, so it's not competitive. So only the required for mains and advanced problems, not for KSET only. I hope clear this one. So this is a synopsis for the entire vector algebra and 3D geometry. So I will start solving problems in the next video. Thank you all.